Look at me with my check.
Nah, it's not good like that. It's not good.
It's not like that.
It ain't like that though.
No, it's not like that.
One of my old tax returns, yeah.
Jeez.
Good times, man.
Okay.
I was smiling.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing zeros there still.
It's not that many zeros. It's 3 figures, and it's not more than 2.
Okay.
You know what you should... I was gonna say align the P with the edge of the logo.
Probably.
See?
That's how constructive feedback looks. No,
Yeah.
what the fuck is this?
Yeah, this guy is.
Logo, mate.
I didn't say it like that.
What is this?
Welcome back to the Channel Podcast. This is. I swear that's a long time since I've said that. You know. How do I want to start this again?
You're like, where everybody? This guy's forgot his own intro.
Well, everybody, welcome back to the Channel Podcast. I actually forgot you know. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Wow,
I'm your boy Firahs
Joe MK.
and today we've got a special guest in the building.
Well, she's not a guest. She's our actual
Oh fuck,
colleague.
Man, let's just start it. Well, everybody, welcome back to the Channel Podcast. I'm your boy Firahs.
Joe MK.
And Martyna.
And today is a full squad podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
Finally.
I
First,
think you
yeah.
cut some of those things.
No, we're keeping that all in. Yeah.
We got the future host of How to Die Vegan. We still haven't made an episode.
Ooh.
Yeah,
It's my
yeah.
fault.
Yeah.
And
Pre-production issues.
and she's also a dancer, vegan. Yeah, she's hosting a vegan show.
Oh, yeah.
And into marketing,
Yeah.
Swedish.
Yeah. And
So-
Polish.
And Polish, so you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. We might be cousins. You never know.
I mean,
And yeah, started off in a kebab shop. So anyway, let's. How it started.
it's true.
kebab
He was like forcing himself to buy me food. He's like, are you sure you don't want food?
And I know how he does it as well. It's like, are you sure, man?
I already had fries and he was like, are you sure you don't want more food?
He's like, are you sure though?
I'll get you food.
I was a bit more energetic than that, but yeah, that's basically how it works. Yeah.
Say the word.
But anyways, we're gonna
Yeah.
start the conversation. Obviously, Martyna's a vegan.
Yeah.
So before we go into vegan, why don't you tell us why you are a vegan and how it kind of started for you?
So I went vegan in February 2018. And before that, I was vegetarian for 7 years.
Okay.
So I went vegetarian when I was like 14 years old.
Yeah.
And I saw some random documentary about how much water is used to produce meat.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, fuck this. So I went home to my mom and I was like, Mom, I don't want to eat meat anymore. And then my dad was against it for a while, but then
Yeah.
I low-key lied about eating fish at school. Well, I didn't. I went like half a year saying, oh yeah, I had fish at school, I had fish at school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't eat any at home, but I didn't eat any at school either. And then
Yeah.
he clocked it. He was like, have you been eating fish the last few months? And I
Yeah.
was like, no.
Was your household heavy into meat anyways? Was your household heavy into meat anyways?
At that time, yeah. Like, doing
Yeah.
less now. Like,
Yeah.
my dad kind of makes it a thing. He's like, you know what? We
Yeah.
eat less meat now, Martyna.
Yeah.
But like a normal, like very average. Like, it was like
Yeah.
steak and like stuff was never a big thing for us. Like, it was never like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
fancy dinner. But it was
Yeah.
more like, I love like chicken and salmon and kind of basics.
No, I respect that. And in terms of like you being a vegetarian as well, so has meat never really been a thing you cared about as much? Because obviously, even I'm not vegetarian, I eat fish. Well,
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, what was your favorite meat back in the day? Like, what?
Oh my
but
god.
she's been a vegetarian for 7 years.
Yeah,
long.
but she should
guess-
remember, you know.
I think I was more, I liked fish more. I think like salmon.
Oh, okay, so you're
But-
never really a meat person then.
Yeah, I mean, I ate it, yeah, but it was never like the highlight of my meals.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, I was never like, because I know some people are like really into like.
Meat.
To be fair though, I don't know if my experience was different, but when I lived in Sweden, meat wasn't as big of a deal as it is here.
It's not. I think.
Like, they didn't even have KFC, bro. I know they have one now, but when
Yeah.
I was growing up in Sweden,
Yeah.
no
it's
KFC.
not. It's not a big deal
It's
like
not
that.
And then
huge
is the
like
meat that is there imported, or do they actually?
No, it's quite. They've got quite a lot of Swedish meat.
They got
Okay.
meat.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I think.
Meatballs are one of the most famous.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay.
But it's like the way that we talk about meat isn't
Yeah.
the way they talk about meat.
Yeah,
they're
it's
more
not-
they're more healthier as well.
Yeah, they,
yeah,
like
yeah,
sweets
yeah,
are
yeah.
very, very healthy in their
Very
lifestyle.
healthy
So
living.
there's, it's a lot more balanced. Like
Yep.
they'll have meat,
Yep,
but it's
yep.
not like the main attraction of the whole
Yeah,
event
yeah.
or dinner or whatever. Like
Yeah.
they'll do barbecues and
Yeah,
salmon parties, but they'll also have like quiche and salads
Yeah.
and pasta and like everything else around it. So it's just like one of many things rather than.
And they make
main
banging salads, bro. Like I remember, I can't remember what the restaurant is called, but where I used to grow up in Gothenburg, there's this one joint. And then you can buy like pizzas and shit, wherever. Yep. And they'll come in this little pot of salad. You must know what I'm talking about. It's a little
pizza salad.
Bro, it's banging! I don't know what it is.
Pizza salad?
I don't know what it is.
It's called pizza salad. It comes with every pizza. And it's what is it like? I want to say it's cabbage.
Yeah,
it's like white cabbage, like pickled. I think.
And it looks like it's got pepper. It just tastes.
But it's
fucking good.
It's something else.
Bear that in mind when.
I tried to search for it in IKEA, but I don't know. My mum makes it though.
Okay, I say well, yeah.
She can actually make it, but obviously she's not always cooking. So, Mum, come back. But talking of vegans as well, do you, as a vegan yourself, does that have like a strain on like the dating life? And because I remember when I was talking to one girl, well, my best friend, she struggled with men that just wouldn't. Except, let's say for example, let's go take out to eat.
Yeah.
They might be like, let's go to TGI's, but you can barely eat anything in TGI's. So why don't you just take you to a restaurant where you can eat? Yeah. Is that like a struggle that you go through, or do you just prefer vegan men?
I mean, I haven't really met many vegan men, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's quite rare, but I think it's not really a struggle, but it's more like you appreciate it when they make an effort. Like I would never expect anyone to go vegan for me. And I would not like. My ideal man or whatever doesn't have like vegan as part of it. Like I don't mind people eating meat, but it's more like the effort of like, okay, but when we go out, I might try a vegetarian option instead.
Yeah.
And like, let's go to like, ask me if I've got any favorite places, or like find a place that does have veggie options. Like that's the thing. And I find it quite like with friends and guys and whatever, like people who like insist on going to their favorite place and won't really respect that there isn't any options for you. I'm just like, but then. Do you really respect our relation? Like, if you were gluten-free, like, I wouldn't go to some bakery and be like, come on.
That's my little brother. My little brother's gluten-free. Yeah, so, not by choice. But, like, even if you go through the kitchen.
I remembered when I was on the phone in the kitchen, I was like, why do you have gluten-free bread? I remember
I've changed my lifestyle. All my cereal's gluten-free, all the flour. I don't even eat any. I go out to eat gluten because my little brother is. So,
I think a lot of people say is that they're like, but being vegan is not an allergy, like it's not a threat to your life. But at the same time, like it's a moral decision.
Actually,
So like the same way you like respect someone's religion or someone's like spiritual beliefs or whatever, that's my moral code. So it's like I
would definitely say
a Christian
vegan.
to do something that's against their religion.
No, I get that. I'll definitely say being a vegan is better than meat. Just because of what it does for your body. Healthier lifestyle. If you're trying to live longer, you should probably try and go vegan. Because at the end of the day, as much as meat is good, our bodies aren't actually made to process meat.
Not.
We know this, but everyone knows this.
When people say, but we used to hunt back in the day, I'm like, okay, go out, find me a wild animal and eat it on the spot, please.
That's facts, you know.
When people say we're made to eat meat, I'm like, okay, eat this chicken raw then. Kill this chicken and eat it. Can you? No, you can't.
Do you also get people that say that vegan is like a religion? Cause I hear that all the time.
No, people say it's like a cult.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean, it's not. I mean, like, we're not culty. I mean, I guess there are some people that are weird, but...
there are some extra vegans. I'm not gonna lie, there are some extra vegans, but
most vegans are like normal people.
I know this one girl, man. She used to force this vegan on me, man, all the time. And it was like, we was kind of talking at the time, it was like 2 years ago. And like, every time we'll have a conversation or anything, she'll bring up vegan, she'll bring up why this is really good, she'll bring up why this is really bad. And it almost felt like my dad when he was trying to make me religious. So I used to, like when someone's just throwing down Islam down your throat. So that I was just like, man, why does she keep throwing this vegan shit down my throat?
No, but that's not a good technique though, because like, you're not convincing anyone. Unless I'm happy to speak about it if you ask. Because that way, if you're interested, I can actually show you like why it's better or whatever.
But if I don't
I'm just trying to force it on you, like it's gonna make you more anti-veganism if anything.
If anything, I actually found vegans lit. From the food is calm. Temple of Satan,
I'll still have to go there. Yeah.
Temple
I've been seeing billboards and stuff
like
like
that. And the kebab place in Box Park.
The kebab joint, Water Peter.
Yeah, I had it today.
Yeah, there's another one in Camden as well. Yeah.
Listen to all my vegan friends here. I know you
Go
lot
on.
see. You know I've been big in the because they be taking me. And I've been like, fam. I went to Box Park the other day with like Razak and shit.
Yeah.
And I went to Water Peter and I'm like, fam, why you buying this vegan shit? I'm like, bro, try it.
It's amazing.
He goes, oh shit, let me get this. I'm like, I told you, dog. Don't disrespect the vegan shit. It's actually good.
Yeah,
It's just, it doesn't seem appealing because you hear, even Temple say like a chicken shop, you hear it and you think, wait, so what's inside the wing kind of thing, innit?
To be fair though, it could also be like past experience as well because it's like these nicer recipes are quite recent, so they might have been trying it when it was first popping. Even I could say that for myself as well. I'm like, nah, I ain't trying to eat no cardboard. You know what I'm saying?
Is it Benny's and Jerry's? That's an ice cream joint, right?
Ben and Jerry's, yeah.
Ben and Jerry's.
Benny's.
They came out with a new cookie and ice cream vegan
sandwich.
Bro,
okay. I had some.
It's good.
In Shoreditch, it was last Thursday. Yeah, a week ago. I was walking around Shoreditch. Obviously, they had Oatly had like ice cream van chilling around there. That's why I have the sticker on the back.
They've launched their new.
So they're giving out free samples, like free.
Oh, that's a sticker.
Yeah. So it's really good.
What
flavor did I have? It was like salted caramel or something.
Yeah, I've heard about that one. I want to try it.
That vegan food is good, man. I think where vegan kind of falls behind in terms of trying to convert the really meat eaters is how they describe the meat eaters. I feel because I remember when I first became a vegan. Yeah, I got thrown this video. Yeah, and
about like the butchers and stuff, innit?
Yeah, just about how they.
You can never put me off doing that because I butchered my first sheep at 9. So it really doesn't.
See, it didn't put me off for like a couple of hours, but it didn't put me off. Did it? Yeah, because I think it was because I'm watching her reaction. Yeah, and then I'm thinking, oh, I'm nasty, you know, like I eat this. Yeah, I kind of knew what was going on. Anyway. Like, just hearing her go, what, and you eat that.
I'm like, yeah.
I do eat that. This is bad. Do you know what I mean?
Because they do the same thing. Sometimes they'll stand outside with their laptops in Burger King in Leicester Square, and usually I look at him like, is this it?
Oh my god, no.
But then again, I'm weird.
But I think I think that's a different thing for vegans. So you have people that just want to be vegan, and then you have this whole animal cruelty for the animal, and I think that's the confusion.
I mean, I guess
different people are vegan for different reasons.
So I guess like you can target different like like some people the ethical stuff won't matter because it's like whatever killing chickens. But then if you talk about like health and stuff like environmental impact,
that's a more compelling argument to me. But am I really trying to live to 120 eating
what?
I was thinking
Cool. Really Listen, I'll be happy dying at 80 eating my steaks, then living to 120 eating tofu. There we go. Done.
Okay.
There we go.
That's your choice.
There we go. Yeah, exactly. There we go, man.
Keep the same.
Alright, cool.
This guy tried to soften his approach. Don't filter, boy.
Obviously, I'll grow my own meat, innit? I got that on my side. So.
Grow your own meat?
Yeah.
But like, could you have like animals and then raise them for years and just kill them?
Yeah. He's African.
My grandma does that. So. Spent my summers in Kenya.
Yeah, I'm still pissed with that. I remember when I went to Uganda and then my uncles, because they're all used to it. My dad obviously lived in African shit. They looked at me and go, here's his chicken. They lied. And I'm just like, alright. It's actually on YouTube. I'll show you later. And he's like, my dad goes, this is for you. I'm like, to do what? He goes, well, you're meant to slaughter the head. I'm like, no!
Is it? What age are you?
It's like 4 years ago.
Only 4 years ago?
Remember I went to Uganda for the first time like 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. So, because I went from, I wouldn't even say I went from early. I think I went from like
20,
8.
It was just after I broke up with In the Dark.
Okay, I say no.
So I'm like 21. So never been in that culture.
Yeah, you suck, man. You can never rep UG, fam.
Bro, listen. I looked at him, I thought he was joking. And they're all laughing at me. They're like, look at this city boy. And then they try to bring like a little goat thing, telling me
because my grandma put it on me like that as well. Yeah. Like, obviously, she was telling me the whole week, the week before. She was like, oh yeah, next week we're eating duck and stuff. I was like, cool. The day comes, she's like, all right, go. Get the...
Wow.
Yeah,
did you do it?
Yeah, I did it, yeah.
Oh my God.
You killed
No,
Yeah.
Oh. Look at his face.
Whoa, how, bro? I thought it looks weird. Like, it's like killing a human, dog.
What?
You're a vegan. What do you mean? What?
Even she knows it. Even she knows it's levels. Like, come on, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man.
I'm against it either way. What?
Like, you chop the head and the body's moving. You're like, oh, that's disgusting, bro. I couldn't watch that.
Disgusting.
You eat it.
Oh, then again,
I'm not into the animal killing.
then again, cause my mom works in healthcare. She's been making me watch surgery videos for like ever since I was little.
See,
my mom never did that to me.
Yeah, but surgery videos ain't that bad. I just feel like I just can't physically.
I remember because I remember my mom's friend came over and we were watching the thing.
Yeah.
You just hear her squealing. She's like, "Oh, put it away!" I'm like, I'm looking at her. I'm like, what? What's going on? Yeah.
No,
So
I never.
that's actually it was at that point that I knew I'm sort of a different kid. So.
Oh, so you're a real Kenyan.
No, but I spoke to my dad, and because he grew up on like not a farm, but like they had animals and stuff.
Yeah.
And I spoke to him about milk, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, but I remember when I was younger, like we only had milk in the house when the cow was pregnant."
Yeah,
So obviously-
yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, Dad. So how do you think that we always have milk on the shelves in stores?" I was like, "Do you think cows are just naturally pregnant all the time?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "I don't want to talk about this, Martyna."
I don't want to think about it. Okay, just leave me alone.
I was like, "Did you mean that you just backed my argument?"
Yeah. Actually, since you've said that, like having things out of season and stuff, what do you think about having like certain fruits and vegetables all year round?
I mean, it's obviously not sustainable. I'm trying, like, I'm not great at it. I'm trying to get more educated of like what's in season, what's more sustainable, and like what's better to buy. And obviously, like any effort you can make is good. And obviously, like getting apples from Australia is not a great idea. Maybe.
Tesco, every little helps. You know what I'm saying? Hey man.
So everybody on the podcast, Joe's an idiot today.
Today.
Keep the same energy. But I guess to conclude on veganism, Martyna, what would be your advice for anybody who wants to be a vegan?
I would say you can't really do it overnight. Or you shouldn't expect to be able to do it overnight, and any small things matter. Even if it's like meat-free Monday, or going vegan for a weekend or whatever, like that's better than nothing. So any kind of things you can come back on, you should. But you should kind of like even like when I travel, like I'm 50-50 vegetarian, vegan, just because like I can't just sit in a restaurant for a week and just eat salad. And like culture as well, like I want to experience different cultures. And like when I go back to my grandma's, I'm not gonna look in the face and be like, I can't eat whatever you made me, kind of thing.
Also, she's not vegan, yeah?
No, I mean she does vegetarian, but
Okay.
so like, and she does come and she's like, oh Martyna, you know what? I tried making this recipe vegan. Like she does that. But I would never like put that pressure on her to like be fully strict.
Cool.
So I just feel like be like open-minded, do as good as you can, but don't like. Yeah, when people tell you failed, you haven't.
I'll also
As
say,
long as you're doing something, you're doing.
Yeah, I'll also say from somebody who's dated a vegan.
Okay.
Be open.
Right.
I mean, I made the girl out there look at avocado, breadfruit with pepper and I spice it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She was like, Sharifa, fuck with you still. I remember sitting there like, call me Ovi now, cuz. Anyways.
Anyway, next topic.
No, but my point was, because she knew I liked me.
Yeah.
And obviously I have a lot of things she couldn't eat. The fact that I went out, bought some shit.
I Googled
this shit.
That counts,
I went on Google and typed in vegan breakfast. She was sleeping. I pulled out at 6 a.m. Went and bought the groceries. Came back. She woke up. It was like 8 in the morning. She saw the breakfast. She was like, right, you did that. I was like,
wow.
You know what I'm saying? Bank account was a bit stressful though, because
I can imagine.
even that milk costs more than my milk. But like, just be open minded and
Cool.
It's what it is. We can all get along. Yeah. Right. But anyway, let's go into another topic.
Oh, love.
Power to the people. Anyway,
What even is this?
I'm on the podcast. Sharif does something good today.
And this will happen with the whole team together.
Ask you, I know.
Random shit. There was a story that came out recently where apparently anyone should be allowed to identify as black regardless of their skin color, which was actually stated by the University and Colleges Union. They were basically saying that regardless of skin color, you should basically be able to identify as whoever you want to be. So technically, I am now a white Swedish blonde male with banging blue eyes, bro. What you might say? Nothing? That's what I thought. But anyways,
I was about to say that's an idiot thing.
Nah, no. It is. But what I find interesting about this topic is that I think it came after, Sam Smith claimed that he doesn't identify as any gender at all. He said he's not male or female. You've now been told you can identify as 3 different types of gender types. Obviously, Piers Morgan came out and had a right go at. So there was one brother that came on the show and discussed it, and he just ripped into him.
Didn't Piers Morgan tweet that he identifies as a penguin and
going
at him is animal abuse?
He did that as a joke as well, to joke on the whole situation. Yeah. So, what do you guys think about? Well, you know what? You're white. No, I'm joking. I had to make the statement obvious. But I would like to know what you think more than what we think, because our view's going to be very obvious. But let's say, I don't know, your cousin, your brother, your auntie went, Martyna, today I am black.
No, that's not how it works.
Apparently, that's how it works. But
I feel like what does being black versus being white mean then? That, if anything, is separating the two even more. What does it mean if I'm just like, I identify as black? Like, what would that entail? Like, what? Do you know what I mean? Because with gender, as I was saying earlier, that is very much socially constructed. Like, there is nothing. I mean, biologically, there are different sexes, but everything about what you wear, how you act, how you speak, all of that is socially constructed. There's nothing biologically telling me to have long hair or to do my makeup or to wear crop tops. There's nothing. But then, your skin is darker than mine. And what would that mean? What would I don't know.
Do you think that they tried to eliminate the usage of portraying as a certain skin tone? So by saying, hey, we can all say with anything we want, would that eliminate the amount of racism?
To be honest, I don't know what they're trying to achieve. I really don't.
I feel like if anything, it makes it worse.
Don't spit on my mics, Joel!
Mine!
I paid for this shit.
Carry on.
Never hurt my account. Hey, we're still waiting for the other two, Mike.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. That's why we're still with this temporary
apparently it should. Wait, we can just go after.
Some tangent.
Yeah, I'm about to go into the whole mic. But
so I don't know what they're trying to achieve. I don't know.
What do you think?
I just said I honestly think they're trying to eliminate the uses of skin color.
But isn't that making it more prominent though?
By making it socially acceptable.
But I'm saying by pointing it out, you're making it more.
Yeah. If you don't acknowledge it, then it's like.
Because if you're just saying if you're saying you can identify however you want, and people start thinking about it, and then that becomes more of a topic and an issue. Then if you know what I mean?
I just feel
isn't the point not for it to be a difference?
Oh no, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like we're in a world where skin color is way too discussed, in good and bad. Even just earlier was talking about the JD advert. There's no black women. Now it's a whole conversation. There's no dark skinned women. I get it.
Is that really a conversation?
Yeah, it was massive on Twitter.
It's a conversation all the time. Fam. Any show, even when you look at TV shows, they'll be like the token black guy. They only put one black person in there, so no one can complain. Big Brother does it all the time.
You can tell that in shows.
Love Island does it. Love Island tried to switch it up last year though, because they had one black girl and one black don. They tried to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, but it's but then even so, with Yolanda, she became this
the conversation
icon. She was. It was the focus on her was because she was black, while all the other girls were judged on anything from their personalities and what they do. She was the black girl, and that's also
But isn't that more a sociable problem? Because if you look at the show Love Island as a whole, you expect the brother from Bricky. Really. Yo, Wagwan B.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With all of these different,
shot weed last night.
With all these different, all these different examples, you can't really. It's not one size fits all when it comes to what is actually going on. Yeah. It might be the case that black people just ain't applying to be,
Nah, they are.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, then. But
and they also only a third of the people were actual applications. The rest was scouted by Instagram or agencies and stuff.
Okay.
There was it's a very small amount that actually make it through application process. They find Instagram models and wannabe influencers and people trying to make it.
Yeah, they do. Because when
a lot of people was like scouted.
Yeah.
So that's also like an issue.
That's a fact. When I did the Big Brother joint, I was in a group with like 10 dons. I got scouted, and I'm just there like,
word.
Where's my invitation, blood? I went through videos after videos.
Yeah.
Fam, they just pulled up to the set. I had to go through like 4 different auditions before I even got to the final round.
Okay.
And everybody in that room was scared. I was just like, bro, you man got lucky. They were like, what did you do? I was like, from this thing to this, they just pulled up to the day.
Yeah. But I'd much rather hear that explanation than just saying, I don't see this. Tell me the logistics behind it, then we can actually fix whatever it is. But
Do you think colorism is an issue?
Colorism?
Yeah.
Is the issue of
like in terms of like how we can even look at a TV show.
We're gonna have to look at it case by case.
I don't know, an advert, brands.
Yeah.
Like everything seems to come back to is there enough colour?
You have to look at it case by case.
Yeah, it's true. But even if you look at things like, I don't know.
Yeah, give me one example then.
I can't think of one right now. I've got too many in my head. Like even like to Love Island to an extent.
Yeah.
When the show starts, every year, there's a cry out for more black people because the black girl can't find a black man.
Okay.
And it always happened. You know, you had Samira found nobody. She had to settle down for a guy that didn't really like her like that anyway.
Yeah.
Yewande, exactly the same. Well,
I guess in that sense,
because she was
dating, a problem with the casting
directors. Mixed race guy, and then he left her.
Danny, he fucked like 3
He left her for a dark skin too.
No, he left her.
Oh no, he left her for
the blonde
for
Arabella.
The blonde girl, and then left Arabella for the dark.
For Jordan.
Yeah.
He just kept on. He wasn't leaving spree.
He was flip flopping, man, like your energy. But
excuse me.
He was flip flopping like your energy. But, okay. I hate always having a conversation about black people, like because I feel like it's always about we deserve this, we need this, we gotta have this, we need to get this. It's never like, all right, cool. We may, I don't know. Maybe we're not getting picked because, maybe you're not getting picked because of color. Fair enough. That's racism. I get it. But I feel like sometimes we're moaning more than actually trying to fix the situation. Yeah. Because we can all tweet. Yeah. We can all retweet. Yeah. We can change our icons on a DP to a black man got power. Yeah. But it's not really making a move though. Like
that's true. Yeah.
You're still tuning into all the hottest TV shows in the world to complain about the show. You're still buying all the hottest shit to complain there's no black people involved in the campaign. Yeah. Like we still do the things we complain about. So
that's true, yeah.
It's like, why do we complain so much? Like if you have a black show, we're still complaining that it's too black.
Yeah.
Oh, let's change the connotation. Oh, we just doing road man. I mean, I do that argument as well.
Yeah, I was about to say that sounds very familiar.
Yeah, but my point is, we're always complaining.
Yeah.
If it's an all black show, it's too black.
Yeah.
If it's a white man show, no black people.
Yeah.
I don't see this energy from a lot of Asians. You know?
Because the thing is with them, they just go and do.
They just do it though.
Yeah.
But that's my point. Why don't we just do it?
And that's also another thing. I think we touched on this when we were speaking with Samuel.
Right.
Like, say for instance, let's say Indians now.
Yeah.
If they're not getting whatever it is from the let's just be honest, the white audience, whether it's UK or somewhat US or whatever, they just go and do Bollywood. That's where they're celebrated. That's where they go.
Yeah.
Like like I was on set on a music video for this Indian artist who's actually based in Birmingham.
Okay.
But he's popping in India. If he was walking on the street, like he's getting a lot of millions of views on his music videos.
Yeah.
I've never seen the guy before in my whole life.
Yeah, he's just a different.
I thought it was just like a rich Asian kid that obviously because the set was quite nice. I'm not gonna lie. So I thought it was just some rich kid and he was doing his music video. But then I actually searched him afterwards. I was like, okay, so this is what he's doing. All right, just go away or celebrate it, not tolerate it. At the end of the day. Yeah.
Shout out to my man though for opening up his own studio. What's his name again?
Oh, Tyler Perry. Yeah.
Tyler Perry opened up his first ever black-owned studio.
Yeah.
So shout out to him.
Yeah. So he probably he used the same sort of principle as well. Go away, you're celebrating, not tolerated.
But that's my point. He just went and done it.
Yeah, just went and done it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it takes money to do that, man.
That's true.
I ain't gonna lie though.
Because you start from somewhere though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. But the good thing with Tyler Perry is that he's willing to share success. I feel like, I don't know if it's just a black culture thing.
Yeah,
we are very like
crab in a barrel type
money.
thing.
Do you know how many, like I can tell in my own family, there'll be this one rich fella. Mom still hasn't seen a check. Forget that. She's still living in council. She's in a Lamborghini. Like I say this all the time. And like he'll divorce his wife.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not like America where you gotta pay 10 grand a week or whatever it is with their child support. A little bit of money here. Yeah. Kids are still broke. He's just living life.
Yeah.
Like, not saying all black people like that, guys. Don't watch that. Yeah. But like the way way our culture can be sometimes is very much like the other day a woman came out. Her son's a footballer. I think you were saying we discussed it. And she was homeless.
Yeah. I went to primary school with them. Yeah.
She was homeless. My guy's a footballer, living life, getting that check every week. Mom's living in the bin, bro. From bin to bin, searching for a piece of chicken. Like, how the fuck you go to your mom's?
It's mad. Yeah.
So I mean, sometimes though, as much as we complain, maybe we should look in the mirror.
Just do. Like, that's what it is at the end of the day. Because like, well, I haven't heard this argument said to me in a while that like, I don't get these opportunities because of my skin color, this and that. I can't get whatever because of blah blah. But when I'm out here trying to do my thing, my skin color is the last thing I'm thinking about. So, if I don't get a specific role in doing whatever, I'm not looking at myself in the mirror like, oh, it's because I have dreads. I'm like, oh, maybe it's because I suck. For real. So sometimes you just have to look at yourself and like, maybe it's because you suck.
I mean, racism is just an easy way out, really. You get people getting told like,
it does exist, but at the end of the day, maybe it's because you suck. For real. So,
anyway, we're going to go into another topic. The real reason why we're here.
Yep.
The real reason why we always came to be here.
Yeah.
We talked about this for 4 months. Cardi B and Nicki fucking Minaj.
Okay.
You know how long me and Martyna been talking about this
That's
shit?
True. Yeah.
So it's Box Park in the summer. It was hot. It was hot.
Wow.
Okay, yeah. So jog our memory. What's the...
I don't know how it started. How did it start?
I mean, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj has had a feud for a while now.
Yeah.
Yep.
It all started with the Motorsport. The Motorsport song where Nicki Minaj first was on the verse, dissing Cardi B. Cardi B then heard the verse, said nah. Nicki Minaj gets kicked out of the verse, but then Nicki Minaj stays on the verse, ends up going last on the song. Cardi B then goes before Nicki Minaj. This is Nicki Minaj first. And then that was another issue, and then obviously Nicki Minaj was very pissed off that everybody was saying, because Nicki Minaj always used to be seen as the bully in the music scene. This was like the first time we saw the tables turn. Then they met at a fashion event where Cardi B threw a shoe at Nicki.
Oh yeah.
So everyone remember that.
But did she say that Nicki had said something about her child?
Yeah.
Then Nicki said she didn't say anything about the child.
Yeah. I mean, celebrities, man. You never know what's the truth these days. She might have not said nothing. Cardi B just wanted to be gangster for a minute.
She said she gonna do what? That's not a reliable source.
He wants to be the cocksucker of the week. You do know what that is, right?
What?
You don't know the cocksucker of the week, do you?
Cocksucker of the week?
You know what that is, right?
What?
Cocksucker of the week. Nicki Minaj's radio show.
I don't watch her.
Beats her.
I don't know this. Come on, man.
You guys was laughing. Like, I thought, that was
Anyway.
Anyways.
I'm still laughing. Yeah, I'm still laughing, man.
He still wants to be cocksucker of the week. Anyways, so yeah, and then obviously the feud then began with Nicki Minaj saying that anybody who writes can't be considered the best.
Yep.
Numbers don't lie. Cardi B is selling over like 100, 200 million more than Nicki anyways right now.
Yeah.
If you want to talk numbers, Nicki Minaj album when it came out didn't go number 1. It went number 2. She tried to do a bundles deal. The bundles weren't clearly selling because nobody wanted her t-shirts. And she still fell behind Travis Scott, then blamed the manager for failing, and then blamed this and blamed that, and had a whole feud with Travis Scott. Cardi B put out an album, went straight to number 1. It was actually number 1 for more than a couple of weeks. Nicki Minaj's album was number 2, and then dropped down to I think it was number 35 5, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And then eventually, by like a week or two, it was nowhere to be seen in the charts. So we all know who's popping in the streets.
Yeah.
I guess the question is, for you, Martyna, who is the better artist? Cardi or Nicki?
Interesting. I mean, Nicki, hasn't she like retired now? To be with her mans and have a family and shit.
She claimed that she was going to retire.
Yeah. What was that all about? Yeah.
Yeah, but this, I mean, let's just not comment on her man.
Her man.
Yeah. Anyway, I think
where Nicki's going with this guy.
I think they're both really good artists.
Yeah.
I think they're both really good.
Yeah.
I think I personally prefer. I listen more to Nicki than I do to Cardi.
Okay.
I think she's been around for long. There's more to listen to. She's got so
Yeah,
many
her
different
catalog's
styles.
bigger, right?
Like she's got
very
like
much bigger.
she's got like super aggressive shit with like Eminem in the way, and then she'll go with Ariana Grande and sing about her boyfriend.
That bed song, fire.
Yeah,
What
and
was
then
that one again?
The one with Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
I'm saying your name.
Probably heard it before, but I can't remember it by name.
Listen.
she's got so many different moods and so many different styles, and she's very versatile. And you can see like if you compare like Super Bass, which was like one of her first. And like how she's evolved as well to now, like it is really impressive, and I think she. Sorry.
Well, what happened to you?
Sorry.
What about the word impressive? Because she's falling right now.
Well, yeah, but before she did, like
she needs Safari back, man.
if you look at other female rappers that were around when she was, like who really compares?
Oh, well, she's probably the longest standing female rapper ever.
Like she's worked. Like I'm not saying she was the first female rapper to like plow the way for everyone else. But she did have a really big impact on female rapping industry.
Oh, 100%.
And I think,
she's 100%.
I mean, if she hadn't come around, would Cardi be who Cardi is today? If Nicki hadn't been that kind of personality?
Would we have Meg the Stallion?
No,
exactly. Do you know what I mean? Like, would that...
Oh, no, but I think without Cardi B, there ain't a Megan Thee Stallion. Without Cardi B, there ain't City Girls.
But without Nicki, would there be a Cardi?
See, this is the thing, yeah. Because Cardi B came out as an Instagram girl that ended up in Love and Hip Hop through her comedy shit, and then one song blew her out.
Yeah.
So when I look at Cardi B and everybody around everybody that comes through the Cardi B, they're all like the strippers. When I look at Nicki Minaj was actually trying to rap.
Yeah.
Remember, Cardi B don't write all the music, so we got to put it into context. Cardi B and Bad Baby and Whoa Vicky, them type of man that don't write their tunes.
Bad Baby?
Are we putting them in the same bracket as Nicki Minaj?
Yeah.
No. Nicki Minaj bar to bar is way better than Cardi B. Facts. Yeah. So I look at Cardi B, then you have to look at Nicki Minaj, Missy Elliott, Lil' Kim. Yeah. That's the Nicki Minaj kind of
like, that's fair enough.
You know, say Trina bars. I look at Cardi B. It's a bit like when Mumble.
It's funny how you just forget about Lauryn Hill. Like,
okay, cool. This guy was waiting, isn't it?
My goodness, bro.
Like, it's gonna say.
But like, Cardi B is more like the comedian. It's like the 6ix9ine.
It's more the personality as well.
Yeah. It's the 6ix9ine, and then you got Megan Thee Stallion. This whole like trolling and having fun online and then creating hits. It's the new way.
Also, Cardi B's lives are just wild.
Yeah.
The way she goes off on her lives.
Fam, she's wild.
She is. She's crazy.
Yeah. She's
but I think they're both really good, but they're just very different.
Very different, yeah. Like, I don't even think it's a fair comparison. Cardi B shouldn't be compared to Nicki Minaj. If they went bar for bar right now, Cardi B's like, Offset, can you write me this bar? Nicki Minaj's gonna be that spray bar.
It was some talk show where he gave her like 3 random words, like fruit basket, and like 3 random words, and she just rapped about it as if like it was nothing.
Yeah,
that is talent.
That's talent, bro. That's talent. Nah. She's fired.
She is.
I still prefer Cardi B though, even though it sounds like I prefer Nicki at this point.
Yeah.
What I like about the thing is, I feel like
Nicki Minaj could have handled it better. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, Nicki Minaj. You know what? Nicki Minaj.
Just kind of moving sideways.
Nicki Minaj is the queen. Yeah. That's still trying to be number one.
Yeah.
See, she's cementing her legacy. You don't hear Jay-Z crying about not having a number one record. You don't even hear 50 Cent talk about not having a number one record. Lil' Kim has been irrelevant for 100 years. She's still dropping songs. But she's not out here. She's still dropping music. But you don't hear.
Is she actually dropping music?
Yeah, she dropped.
Lil' Kim.
Yeah,
I didn't even know.
She had a song with.
I thought she was just still doing shows just for the fun of it.
Ah, bro, she's dropping tracks, bro.
Oh,
yeah, as recent as this year.
Okay.
So she's still dropping music.
Yeah.
that's how irrelevant it is. Oh, swear, don't she dropped the song? You see what I'm saying?
I literally did not know.
But I mean, Neo did a comeback.
Neo, but I see Neo now more as the guy on Step Up, High Water.
Yeah, he's on the Step Up series. As
Great show, by the way.
Principal of some dance school. He released a whole new album.
And you know what's funny?
Like,
all the songs that on Step Up High Water, he still puts them on his fucking albums anyway. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
But they're true though. They're still true though. I can't even. Neo will always. Neo's right. His legacy's cemented, but he's not gonna complain about the R&B scene.
But he doesn't. He isn't out here like talking.
No, but that's
crazy.
my point. Yeah. Nicki Minaj needs to just relax. Can you imagine if Drake was going, "I'm still number one"?
Yeah.
And then he got number 5 on the track. You're gonna be like,
even how he got booed off at what's it?
Tyler the Creator.
Yeah, he handled it like a champ. He was like, "Alright, you guys don't want me."
Wow, imagine.
We out.
They were waiting for Frank.
Have a good night. Done.
How he's apparently got a thing for Kylie Jenner now.
Yeah,
Drake.
I've heard about that.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
They were apparently they like each other mutually and they spent a lot of time together.
Yeah.
According to sources.
Travis! Yes. But to be fair though, Travis...
to be fair.
Sicko mode.
No, but listen. Yeah. Tiger got robbed by Travis. Travis getting robbed by Drake.
I mean...
Tiger's going to be sitting there like, oh, so happy it wasn't me that got robbed by Drake.
She's blowing up though. I mean, sorry, but Tiger, like...
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I mean,
what was that?
Tiger just took care of her young days. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Tiger was, because everybody thought she was hot anyway in terms of who she was.
Yeah.
Put up my phone ringing. Is that your phone?
That's not mine.
Oh, I think it's that phone next to you.
What, the trap? Is he?
Yeah.
I
think you just touched it. Because you can hear it on the mic. No,
It's off.
Okay. You're not helping your own case, fam.
I got another drug deal. I feel like I've explained this so many times. My Sony broke. Anyways.
Anyway.
He might actually think I've got drugs, But anyways, woo.
Cardi and Nicki are different, is the conclusion.
Yeah.
Not comparable, but Nicki is the OG.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah. Nicki, queen of rap. Cardi B, queen of social media. And yeah.
Right.
Still support Cardi B
both
more
dating
though.
shit guys.
Yeah, Cardi B's not relevant though.
Huh?
Cardi B's not relevant though.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj is
just the way the game goes.
Nicki Minaj is staying in a hood, right? Like a Bloods. She took a gangster off the streets. She thinks she's 6'9".
She's trying to settle down with the sex offender.
She was rolling with 6'9". Way too much, man.
Yeah,
what 6'9" did to her, but she still thinks she's Treyway. She still thinks she's Treyway. But anyway, let's go to another conversation.
Yep.
And it was to do with fast fashion. Now, Martyna, since you wanted to talk about that, why don't you introduce the conversation?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, I mean, it's on the same line of like sustainability and stuff, but it's become very big recently because there's been statistics released that the fashion industry emits more than the whole transport industry. And like fast fashion in general is just a kind of idea that you're buying shit for really cheap, produced unethically by kids in some random country. And then you kind of throw it away and then it goes to landfill. And yeah, what are your guys' thoughts? Because like this jacket I'm wearing now is like from recycled bottles.
Yeah.
By Tala. Shout out Grace.
Cheese!
Man like Grace in the building!
And it's like 95, I don't want to say exact, but around 90% recycled. Either bottles or from like factory waste.
Yeah.
And then it's only like 5% like new materials to give it like some quality.
Wow, Grace, you better cut Martyna that check because even I'm interested in this.
They're produced in Portugal by like. It's a and these tights as well.
Well, they're also from the same brand.
Yeah.
You're really rapping.
She keeps that same energy, bro.
It's nice. I'm saying it's nice. It's comfortable.
So, do you believe in like recycling? Because I remember when like recycling was becoming a thing a while ago. I think it was like year 6, year 7 time.
Oh, recyclable clothing.
What? Just recycling a product in general. Was making recycled pens, pencil cases.
That's been a while for her. That's
but I'm saying like.
Clothing, I'll say, is more recent, but
I know it's more recent.
Everything else,
obviously, the growing side of that industry. Do you think that is ever gonna reach a pinnacle where we would rather wear recycled products?
I mean, I think it will take a while because I think even though like there are brands like these, like it's still quite niche. Like unless you're like quite into the topic, like you're not gonna find it. And obviously like everything from a pillow thing to like boohoo and stuff is like they've got the cheapest things. Like if you need a top, like that's where you go. I mean, hopefully we will get to a point where sustainable fashion is a lot more prominent than it is right now. And I think it's important to also like, so even like stuff like buying secondhand or stuff. Like I remember I went to Urban Outfitters and there was a really nice jumpsuit, but it was quite pricey and I was like, I'm not going to wear that much. I want on Depop, find it for cheaper for someone who didn't want it. And like that way you're also not like wasting clothes.
It's definitely,
So I feel like it's just more about like making conscious decisions that help a little bit.
Yeah, that's true, man.
No. I do agree. You know, I remember having a conversation. This is when I was doing the Insane Gentlemanship before.
Yes.
I also want to know how he was making it.
Yeah.
And did I say the name of the brand?
Yes, you did.
Alright. I was just thinking if I want to say the name. Sorry, Samuel. But I'll say his name as well.
I've got the taggings that country.
Thank you again, Samuel. But no, like when I was hearing where it was coming from, and I realized quickly, okay. Yeah. So it's just, you know what I'm saying, it's a little dead factory. The man not really getting paid like that. It's being made. So I was like, oh shit. But then obviously it's cheaper. It's cheaper to do it that way. You know, you send it to Japan, China, or I don't know, India, or I don't think Africa is big in producing clothes, but maybe if you want to send to Africa, you can do that. I think it's more like coffee. It's more coffee and
but I think it's
not really clothes in Africa.
I can't remember whether.
Remember, Apple's made in China. All Apple product made in China.
Yeah, but they source so much of the materials.
Fam, I was watching.
But then again, you have a lot of obviously, you know, like China's investing in Africa a lot. I can't remember. Huh? Okay. But yeah, like obviously in China's investing a lot into like Africa and stuff. So I don't know if they are doing factories there as well.
I mean, I think so. We talked about this in uni the other day. Yeah. So they are investing a lot in like infrastructure in African countries. I think it's more. It's like a new version of colonialism. Like they're trying to make African countries dependent on the Chinese government. Because then they can control a lot of the things that, like, if they build the roads, like, they've got control over that. So it's a way to kind of, like, expand their territory and power. But I think, so, like, to go back about this brand, but for example, like, these leggings were, like, 40 quid, which is what, like, normal Gymsharks are, if not cheaper. Like, they're comparable price. And I think there's a lot more companies that are starting up that are showing that it's not that much more expensive. Because obviously, if recycled clothing was like 100 quid per leggings, like no one would want to buy that.
I know Adidas is doing like
they're doing like
their stuff,
ocean plastic shoes. Something.
Do you think the problem then goes down to people's finances? Because if you're
it does.
If you're on benefits, £40 a lot.
I'll tell you this, because it's the same with vehicles as well. Right. So I'll give you an example. In Kenya, the transport there, right? Because obviously, first things first, they don't really have like a system where they do, like over here you have like the MOT. You have to your car has to be like in some working order, a certain emission rating to be functioning on the road. There. They could do that, but that means no one can afford to drive or do anything, and a lot of like people's livelihoods require them driving. I don't know if you took public transport in Uganda when you went. Speedometer ain't working. The petrol, you don't even know how much petrol's in the bloody car. When you get out of the bus and they're going past, it's just black smoke everywhere. Obviously that's gonna be having a bigger impact on the environment, but. It's not like they're doing it on purpose. They just cannot afford it.
I think also stuff like being vegan or like sustainable fashion. Like, obviously, the people who can. Like I'm not expecting like people who get paid like minimum wage to go out and buy like recycled leggings. Like that's not where they shop. But I think for people that are at that level, like if I was gonna buy Nikes, I might as well buy the sustainable version. Because then that's me making a conscious choice. Like I wouldn't expect people who can't afford either to like make the most effort, because that's.
But you know what? I don't know. I'm going back to vegan. But you know, people say being a vegan is better than a myth. You know.
It is. It's quite cheap.
It's how you spend. Yeah. If you can't look after money, then it's gonna be expensive. You don't know how to finance your shit.
It's about people like who are used to eating meat that go vegan but buy all the meat substitutes.
Obviously, the meat. So
chicken is £3. No one's gonna want to buy. Like you can't live off that. But everything like vegetables, beans, rice. That's cheap stuff.
It's still pretty cheap. I ain't gonna lie. Dated a vegan chick. I used to say she's expensive, you know. Then I dated a vegan. Then I went vegan. I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, for 3 months, I was high. I wasn't spending. Maybe I was spending a bit more than usual. But not much.
I mean, I guess when you go out, it's a bit more expensive because like
restaurants. Of course.
Because like vegan restaurants are more niche and like they have a harder time surviving. So obviously but then like you don't have like your everyday vegan chicken shop around the corner where you can get.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, you shouldn't really be in a restaurant that much and know what you can do. Let's just be real.
That's true.
Cook at home, bro. It's not hard. Yeah. But go back to fast fashion.
Alright.
Do you think there'll ever be a day fast fashion will go out of fashion? Just because the thing is, we all know what's going on behind closed doors. But so far, doesn't seem to be much to prevent that from happening.
I'm trying to think of an example of this happening in like different industries. Because I was thinking,
it happens in all industries, though.
Yeah, but I think
because I'm thinking whether there's an example of that in like transportation and vehicles, but I think that's still quite new. Like,
I think they take turns. So I think the last like 2 years, all focus has been on like plastic in the oceans, and like companies have to step up. Like companies, you know, like Waitrose not having plastic packaging anymore, and like all like Marks and Spencer selling grapes and paper bags, whatever. Like it's been the thing that companies take ownership for, and I think soon fashion will become that. Like it will be there will be pressure on companies like H&M, Topshop, New Look to like show up that they're that they are making effort. Because a lot more startups are showing that it is possible. You can do this ethically. Why are you not? So I think it will like just like with veganism and like plastic and recycling, like it will get to a point where there is more pressure on companies. So I think that will definitely happen. And I think companies that then don't do anything will lag behind.
It's just a matter of when we as a society starts to accept the wrong, and then companies will eventually have to fix up. You know, I mean, that's how it is.
I think we
have to put. Because if we still buy this shit, they ain't gonna make a change.
But I think, I think it also comes down to because it's tied a lot to, like you said, like the finances of people. Probably, you know, a large majority of those who are buying those cheaper products, they're aware. They're like, I wish I could go for the alternative, but I can't really.
Do you think Brexit's gonna have an effect?
Do I even know what's going on with Brexit?
Do we know what's gonna happen?
I mean,
I have no idea.
I might not be in this country anymore.
I might get sent back.
I read an article, someone in the parliament is going wild. So I read an article, this was like in September, before the October deadline that they moved. And basically they're like, member of parliament for like security and whatever. He had said that he was like, if EU citizens don't have settled status by the deadline, which was December, but now they've moved it.
It's 2022.
No, but it was like 31st of December this year.
They moved it to 22, maybe like a whole 3 years after.
But like the first deadline was
Crossroads having
this New Year's basically.
I ain't even done it. I'll be back in the street like this. Yo!
Honestly.
Hey, Himo, dude.
It was like if EU citizens don't have settled status by then, they will be processed like any other immigration case. So basically he said that they were just like, fuck off.
I've been in these streets for what? Maybe 12 years, 10 years, I think. Maybe 10 years, I don't know. And they would have just shit back.
Your thing will be invalid?
Yeah.
I mean, it would be a lot harder to get
the
right to live here.
Because you already have the...
Do you have permanent...
Thing. Well, I had it now, not at the time. I had to apply for it.
But yeah.
Oh, you just got you got it recently, innit? Oh, yeah!
Now he got it!
So you're really out here! I just got...
I've never needed it.
Oh, snap. Okay. Alright. Shouts to that, man.
But I'll never get a British passport. Sorry, guys.
You're not missing out much.
Sweden for life, bro.
I'm not missing out much. Sweden's passport.
Now, you know when you man are going to Spain and you're just queuing up. And I'm just walking through like, still EU out here, cuz. You know, traveling's going to be so much nicer for me still in Europe. Like, when we go to Paris, in 5 years' time, we're not even in the same queue. I have to wait for you because I'm EU still.
Keep that EU passport.
Yeah, you're going to be stressed. Buying visas for this much
now.
But I mean, if Brexit happens, it's gonna change so much. Like it's gonna mess up a lot. Also, however, I hope they fix the currency because the Swedish krona right now, the Swedish krona is weak, and it's pissing me off because I get Swedish student finance. Yeah. And the exchange rate is not right. Listen, when I moved here 2 years ago, £1 was like 8.9 crowns. Yeah. Now £1 is 12. What happened?
just get your bread here, man. Just get as much. Just gather as many pounds.
I work and pay taxes in this country, mate. So this is what they do to me.
Damn, homie.
The corona's not winning still.
So I guess when it comes down to it, when the prices are now comparable, people just opt more for the
cheaper.
Not the cheaper. No. Even if the more sustainable stuff is just a little bit more expensive, people opt in more for that.
I think when it comes to the point where it's comparable, then it becomes a lot more pressure on you as a consumer. Yeah, because I predict vote with your money.
Yeah, I predict that happening with vehicles as well. Because obviously, like the VW Golf, you have obviously they make both the fully electric version and the hybrid and the full petrol, whatever.
Right.
The electric version is just so much more expensive than
but the reason is
once the prices are more comparable,
because then you've got no excuse. Like when the prices are comparable, you've got no excuse for.
Like how many people are saying, I want a Tesla, but you can't get it.
Can't afford it. Yeah, I know.
So when so it's
but if
time.
If it costs how much your car costs now, then
then a lot more people will be rocking Teslas.
So let's say that we now start believing in this whole recycling shit. Well, are people like?
If we now stop believing this recycling
it's funny the way he words stuff is funny. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
Gotta get the comments popping. Anyway, so let's say we all go into that. Will companies like Booham and then adapt or shut down? Like, how would they as a company survive? Would they have to adapt to the change, or? Because eventually,
the thing is case by case because it comes down to who are the people on the board.
Yeah.
Do they care or not?
I think it will take longer for like Boohoo and Pillow things because I think for like H&M and stuff, they've got their like organic cotton initiative. They've got their sustainable this and that. They've got like initiatives and they've got that like look. But for like Pillow thing, it's literally cheap tacky clothes.
But I think
it's quick and cheap.
Yeah, but I think for them as well, because they're a smaller company. There's less logistics in terms of like decisions made on the board. I think
because they could move at an online store.
I think they could.
They're just an online store. It's a bit like Aces. There's no store for you. You're just an online store, so it will be less stress for them to adapt. But still, it's about.
Would you really classify them as a big corporate company?
Nah.
Because I know how stressful it is to get decisions approved in corporate.
Oh my God,
it's not. It's a whole different. There's too many people to please.
It's never worked.
Too many people to please. But I think for a company like Boohoo, Pretty Little Thing, the Fashion Novas of this world, I actually don't like. Part of me don't feel to be that affected.
But do you think? But I'm thinking.
Boohoo, man, in terms of if we started wearing recycled clothing and shit, I actually don't think they will be that affected.
But I'm thinking
because of the price range.
I'm thinking also for their target audience, like most of those people wouldn't really care anyway because they just want cheap fashion quickly.
What stuff that looks good? Stuff that looks good. Educated? Who? I said, do they not care or are they educated?
Mix of both, I would say.
People in this world
a lot of people don't know.
You'd be surprised. People don't know anything these days, bro. It's weird. You have conversations about just something as small as how chicken is killed. You'll be surprised how many people don't have a clue.
Do you know how many people don't know that cow have to be pregnant to give milk?
That is true.
People don't know a lot of things because it's nothing that we discuss. That's not a conversation that you have on a day-to-day basis. It's not a conversation. That's why it takes people that's why vegans, they really push it because it ain't no conversation.
Obviously, they know what they're talking about.
Because they know what they're talking about. They've educated themselves on it. And then once you learn, you obviously want to share it. But that's the problem. People might hear it and they don't even want to give it a chance anyways. Because you stick to what you know. They're going to go, well, for 20 years, no one told me this shit. Why am I listening to you now? You kind of thing. You know what I mean? No one's open as well to new information. So to go to somebody, stop spending £10 on Boohoo, man. Just drop an extra £10 on it. This is recycled. It's the same thing. Better quality as well. Good for the environment. Why would you support this? You know, you got some any Asian kid that's probably working for like basically 5p for 7-8 hours to create this. When you can support something that's a way much better movement.
But I guess it's also what's in fashion. Like now, like you need to have different outfits every night. Like it's in fashion to have such a big wardrobe and to always have stylish looks and like even like influencers and stuff. Like you never see them rewear something unless it's like Gucci. Like do you ever see like Molly May rewearing one of her pillow thing outfits? Nah. Never. No. Unless it's like a pair of trackies that she wears at home. You know what I mean? So it's like when sustainable stuff starts coming into fashion and it's like, oh, it's cool to style things different ways or this and that, that's when it will happen. Because until then, companies like Boohoo will just thrive because people want new things all the time. Like you buy something, you wear it twice, leave it in the closet and then you just chuck it.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. It's because it's so cheap, you can just buy it and keep it moving.
And that's the problem with fast fashion. It's so accessible that people don't really think about the consequences. And it ends up in landfill and then
Same with me as well. Same with
But you do one thing I read about Joe though, that he would actually go to a charity shop or second-hand stores, or the same thing, innit?
My sneaker collection, most of it is second-hand.
Yeah.
Hey.
Like he'll find like.
I'm not gonna lie, it's not because at first it wasn't because the environment this, but it was cheaper too.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, so no.
Yeah.
Also, your finances were different then when you first went.
I mean, I could still pay for the full price, but I'm looking at it like. That much? Nah.
Yeah, but that's the same thing with like stuff like Depop and whatever, like eBay. Like if you find something you really like but you don't want to spend the money, like that's why I go and search it. Because if I see a dress I really like, but I'm like, I'm gonna wear it for what, 2 parties? What's the point of me paying 70 quid for it? Let me go on Depop, find it for 50. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't wear expensive traders.
But what about designer clothes? Because I know
Prada recently signed a sustainability agreement as the first.
But
like,
I would have thought like. These more expensive companies, let's say LV or Gucci or whatever, they've always had that sense of sustainability, anyways.
I think
it's because of the brand, though.
I think they've got the sense more of like, I guess the ethics side, because they're like always handcrafted by specialists. They claim they don't use child labor and stuff. And I know like from like an ethical perspective as well, a lot of them have like stopped using fur and like kind of made that statement.
But that's because they got money to do so.
Yeah.
And, their price range is so high.
But I think it's...
that they are able to do that.
But I think
they can spend more on producing and still make the profit.
I think there's a lot in it for them to also, like, if, let's say, LV was to launch, like, a vegan collection, like, non-leather, or, like, half recycled, whatever, that would be a massive thing. And I think the first, like, just like Prada signed a new agreement, like, that is setting them ahead by a lot. Because I know, like, in the vegan community, like,
I love the way you said
no, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to sound preachy, but, like, leather bags and stuff, like, everyone wants an LV bag, but I don't want to wear a dead lamb on my arm. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, like, I feel like, because I mean, there is Stella McCartney, who's like a massive brand and is all vegan, but their style is also not very like generic. Like they've got quite like an edgy style. So if that's not your thing, then there isn't much to turn to. Like if you want to wear the status and be ethical at the same time. So whoever like grabs that first will be very, very successful.
That's true, man. Hey Joe, let's write our business plan.
Yeah, man.
I don't want to keep Martyna here for too long. She's got to be out dancing.
Oh.
But
what time do you start your...
She starts at 6. It's like 5.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, I know, right? Before you go as well... Oh, yeah, by the way, How to Die Vegan will be coming soon.
Eventually.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
I might as well just say on the podcast quickly before she goes. I was thinking of starting fresh next year. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay. I mean, I think we would have time to do it the last month of the year anyway.
Yeah, Christmas and stuff.
I love how he's like taking what's happening and making it business.
My bank account isn't too many presents this year. Birthdays.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to be spending another £40 on fucking vegans. No, you have to do like 3 or 4. Well, if I'm gonna do it. It's not for the podcast, but we've got to do like at least 4 restaurants in one day, and then potentially go somewhere to digest, maybe like a bowling, and then go make another episode. That's what I was thinking, innit? But anyways, so if you wanna see Martyna shaking that thing, putting on that moves like Jade from Step Up High Water, or if you wanna see her high heeling like the man from the hill. What are they called? Drag dancers dancing in hills.
Just committed to wow.
Like
Anyways, if you want to see all that, Martyna, where can they find you on Instagram?
Does it spell out my last name?
No.
He will tag me in the description.
I'll tag you. I'll tag you.
Martyna Shumyak.
Martyna Shumyak.
What she said, yeah.
I'm not gonna pronounce that.
It will be in the description below.
Yeah, yep.
And also, do you get hired? Can people hire you for dancing routines and some shit or no?
Sure.
If you want to
slide in the DMs if you want.
Hey, listen, you better come correct though, because if you slide in the DMs incorrectly, yeah.
Alright, Cardi B, if you want a choreographer, we have one here. Alright, there we go. Done.
Anyway,
that's what I was trying to say. There we go.
This has been Chat and Chill Podcast with your boy Firahs
Joe to the MK
and Martyna.
I will see you back here soon. Cheers.
Beautiful.
That was a weird ending. I don't know what I was gonna end.
He's just trying to get me jobs, mate. If you want to see shaking that thing, things like drag queens the fuck.
I was like, wait.
No, because I was. You know how she does the hill dancing, right?
Yeah.
So I was comparing it to the drag queens that dance in hills.
You're random, bro.
I could have just said dancing in hills, but. Yeah.